The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. How you doing? Good to be with you on this fine, lovely day. I don't know what it is outside. I'm inside. Look, no windows. How are you? Welcome to the show. This is the Ron Van Dam Show. For those of you that aren't familiar with the program, I don't know what you've been doing. I can't figure you out. I've been doing radio for 30 years, still doing it. I do a lot of voiceovers for commercials nationally. Yeah, I know. And that's, and I'm on the internet Google machine on every platform that they could possibly make. And then once a week, I come into this house of ill repute to do the show visually for no reason whatsoever, because I just talk, and there's really no reason to see me. So if you got something to do, just leave me out in the background and we'll be good. On my regular daily program, I interview guests. On this, can't be bothered. It's only half an hour. Once a week. Come on. Seriously, come on. I hope you're doing well. Recently, there was the July 4th holiday. Remember that? And of course, after July 4th, you got your July 5th, then your July 6th. And then you get into your July 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Before you know it's the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. And then it's Christmas. So, the year is just passing by like crazy. And with daylight savings time, and I've saved a lot of daylight, it's annoying because the sun is up most of the day. And I just, I don't like it. I run out of stuff to do. It doesn't get dark until 8:30 at night. Even then, it's still not really dark. It's so like, what do you want me to do all evening? Make believe it's daytime? What do you want from me? What do you want? Once I have dinner, let's say the day's over, huh? It's not time to go out and do gardening or anything like that. Anyway, I hate the summer. I really, really do. I know you love it. Most human beings love the summer. I don't understand why that is. It is so freaking hot. And as we have the climate environmental change, which is happening, the summers are getting more extreme heat-wise, the storms are worse. I don't know what we can do about that. But the days are getting hotter. I can't do that. In the winter, I can always put on a lot of clothes and a couple of coats and wrap myself in a blanket. What do you want me to do in the summer? Like start peeling my skin off, which it does when I get sunburned. You got no choice. You just suffer. Who likes that? You like that? You like the extreme heat? You like to sweat? I guess you're preparing to go to hell. I don't know. When I say that to people, I don't mean it literally. It's not like you have to practice. This is a very caustic program, I've just realized. It's going a little too far. So let's back up and not let it go that far. I want to talk about who I consider to be an extremely stupid person. No, it's not you. There's a guy named Joey Chestnut. Are you familiar with him? Oh my God. Joey Chestnut is the world champion hot dog eater. And this happens on July 4th, which recently happened, down at Coney Island, where the Nathan's Hot Dogs had their establishment in their beginning. They have hot dog contests. Who can eat the most hot dogs in a certain period of time? Not exactly like going on Jeopardy or going to Harvard. This is like for people that are idiots, basically. Joey Chestnut set a record in 2021. at Coney Island in the hot dog eating contest. He had 10 minutes. He competed against other schmucks who apparently want an onslaught of stomach cancer within a short period of time. Joey Chestnut consumed, and this is the record, back in 2021, 76 hot dogs. But not just the hot dogs, kids, with all the buns included. And if the hot dogs won't kill you, the buns will. Unbelievable. And Joey considers himself to be a champ. Joey, you just got to sit down in a chair and reassess your life values. I mean, true, you're the hot dog eating champion. You have a lot of trophies. I don't really think that impresses us too much. I can't imagine a woman saying, "Oh my God, you ate 76 hot dogs. Oh my God, let's get a room. Come on, it's Joey Chestnut. He's an idiot." By the way, I don't know how much of an idiot he is. He's just an idiot to me. This past year, this past July 4th, he ate 63 hot dogs. So he's, like 13 off of his record. What's happening? You slipping, Joey? Are you slipping? What happened? What happened, man? There's a female who does this too. They also have hot dog eating contests for female because God knows females eat hot dogs at a different rate than men. That's in the Bible. Her name is Miki, M-I-K-I, Pseudo. She's a world champion. The record, by the way, is 48 and a half hot dogs in a 10-minute period. I don't know why you couldn't make it through that extra half a hot dog and making it even 49 hot dogs, but for some reason you probably started throwing up is what you did. She, this past July 4th, consumed 39 and a half hot dogs and buns, which won her the female championship. Now, I don't know what you're thinking, but I believe that Joey Chestnut should propose to Miki Pseudo, propose marriage, because they have one thing in common. Not that they both ate a lot of hot dogs, they're both idiots. What started out to be a Guinness Book of World Records interesting fact now has gotten so out of hand that it's become a social phenomenon. And why? Because of social media. This is a big thing, Social media, come on, Meta and Facebook, whatever you want to call the damn thing. Twitter, I don't know. There's a new company trying to compete now with Twitter. I think it's called, what is it called? I don't know. Streams? No, not Streams. Excuse me while I try to rack my brain for the answer to the Threads. It's called Threads. It's being introduced to be a competitor to Twitter. And then, of course, there's the communist China website, which we're all invited to join happily and show ourselves dancing and acting like fools. TikTok. What the hell's wrong with us? I know. I don't understand it either. I'm with you. I don't get it. You know what kind of scares me? I'm going to reveal some things about myself that may scare you as well. Not that things about myself would scare you, but you might have the same scary thoughts. I really get nervous with valet parking. I'm not a valet parking kind of guy. I mean, it's not like I have a Rolls Royce. Park my Rolls. I'll toss you the keys through the air, and you will catch them with one hand and spin them around and get in the car and park it in my favorite space. Will you do that for me? Thank you very much. Here's a little something for you, a $3,000 bill. Thank you. I don't have that. I don't toss people keys. I don't have that kind of car. But I'll be damned if I'm going to give some guy who is struggling with acne and still going through junior high school after 20 years of trying to pass the test, I'd be damned if I'm going to give him the keys to my car and watch him drive off as I just stand there in wonderment. Hey, where are you bringing my car? How do I know he drives that well? And he might be parking it like bumper to bumper somewhere. I mean, like, oh my God. And I get nervous because, like, should I take complete pictures of my car before I valet park it to show that there are no bumps or dings or any kind of abnormalities to the exterior of my car? And when I get my car back from the valet, hoping that I do, it's like, hey, wait a minute, there wasn't a scratch there. Oh, yes, there was. Oh, no, there wasn't. Oh, yes, there was. I've got pictures. I don't trust valet parking because, as a rule, I don't trust people that I don't know. I don't even trust people that I do know, much less people that I don't know. And I'm going to give them the keys to my car. What kind of idiot am I? What's to stop some kid from standing in front of a restaurant and so you pull up and he says, hi, I'm Bob. I do valet parking. Give me your keys. Okay. Hey, where are you going? Bob? No, not me. Not me. I'm not doing that. Every once in a while, I'll drive to New York City from my my pad in the Boston area. And I'll drive down there. It's a little over 4 hours. And when I get to the hotel in Manhattan, there's valet parking because there's no other place. You can't put your car in just a regular garage because there's no spaces. So they have valet parking at the hotels. And in New York, you don't know necessarily where they're taking your car. It could be down to the river, parked under a bridge. I mean, anything goes. He could be picking up his family in the Bronx and going away for a day to a park with a picnic basket in my car. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't trust. I cannot give them my car. Well, whose fault was that? Yeah, I went to a place, a restaurant. The guy got in my car, gave him the keys, and he drove away. I thought it was a valet parker. Oh, well, he wasn't. I know. Well, whose fault is that? I guess mine, right? No. The other thing that I don't trust, I'm pointing to you, because I have to do something visual. So I'm pointing to you. The other thing I don't trust is dry cleaners. Now, there's probably a lot of great dry cleaners, and I do every once in a while get my clothes dry cleaned, even though I don't really understand what they're doing to my clothes. But when I get them back, they're on a hanger, and I guess that means they're clean. That's the international symbol for clean, is putting them on a hanger with some cellophane over it. I've got a plastic thing. Oh, well, it must be clean. They went to all the trouble of doing that. I don't understand what dry cleaning is. I don't understand how that's possible. I've never seen it done. I'm not sure that they do. They used to have something in dry cleaners called Martinizing. I don't know what the hell that was. I guess there was a guy in the back named Martin who spit on your shirt. I mean, I really don't know what was happening there. But here's the thing. I give them a couple of shirts, and the person behind the counter, who rarely speaks English, will respond by saying, okay, and then they'll take my clothes. And I have to pay them to get my clothes back. What's going on with that? Now, I know there's a cost to dry cleaning, and I don't know what they're doing, but I know there's a cost to it. But I feel like my clothes are being held hostage for some reason. I don't know where my clothes are going. And when I get nervous, I'll go to the dry cleaners and I'll say, hey, I'm here to pick up my dry cleaning. Oh, it's not back yet. What? Where did it go? What time is it coming home? Oh, the clothes are out. Their clothes are out. We're waiting for a phone call from your clothes. They'll be here soon. How about tomorrow? How about Thursday? Thursday. Why'd you say Thursday? I don't know. It's the day of the week. I have no idea, really. Come on back. We'll check it out. I've lost clothes before in the dry cleaners, just like I've lost socks in the washing machine and the dryer. I have no idea where my socks go. I'll put 2 socks in there. Only 1 sock comes out, and I check every piece of clothing. Nothing's clinging to the rest of my clothes. That sock is missing. I call the police department and report I do a missing sock report. They say, we really don't do those things. I say, hey, I'm a citizen. I demand satisfaction. And they'll put out a missing sock report. You know, if your cell phone beeps in the middle of the day, check it out. They could be reporting the loss of one of my socks. Can you describe it? Yes, it was a black sock with a little stripe across the toe. All right, we'll look for it. We hope it's okay. Sometimes my socks show up like months later, and I yell at my sock. Hey, where you been? They don't talk. I don't know where they've been. If only socks could talk. I don't trust the dry cleaners. You know, I'm not the only shirt in there. They can lose me. Don't confuse me with somebody else. And I like starch, and I don't know why I like starch. I think just because it's extra and they don't charge you extra for starch, and I think that's really worth getting. It's a deal. It's a value. Valet parking, dry cleaning, I'm not into it. All right, what do you want to talk about now? I don't feel like talking about that. Oh my gosh, can you tell I'm not sitting up straight? I have reached the age, kids, I've reached the age where I don't stand up straight anymore. I rarely did. When I was about 10, 11, 12 years old, I sprouted out. All of a sudden, I just went from a boy to like a man, like in 6 minutes. I was 6'3" tall through most of my life. I think I still am, but I don't feel like I'm that tall anymore, but 6'3". And and my mother told me through my entire life with my mother, stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight. And I said, no, don't, shut up. I didn't say shut up. I said, okay. Well, I'm paying the price now because now it's harder to get all that stuff up there and get the shoulders back and everything. Wow, I was never in the military, basically because I couldn't get my shoulders back. I couldn't stand up straight. So get out of here. Get out of here. We don't want you. Can't stand up straight? Didn't your mother tell you to sit up straight? Yes, she did. Well, didn't do it. You're out of the military. We're not taking you. So now I'm paying the price, and my shoulders hurt, and I get a little pain in my back, pain in the neck. People have told me all throughout my life, you're a pain in the neck. You're right. I am. I can feel it now. I went for a massage recently in the area. It's very, very nice. Very nice people. Massage people are very, very, very nice. Very nice. Laying their hands upon me, a little awkward, it's the only time when the other person urges me to take my clothes off, and it would be better if I remove my clothes. I like that. Good attitude. My doctor does that too. Ron, take your clothes off and put on this funny-looking garment that is embarrassing to wear publicly. All right, I'll do that. But they have me put a garment on before they make me bend over on the examining table to see what's going on, bend through the back door. But a massage therapist? Hey, thanks for coming. Take your clothes off. Okay, now you're talking. Here's the problem. They keep their clothes on. That's not fair. That's just not fair. Now I feel awkward. It's like going to a nude beach. Everybody's nude, but I'm fully dressed in a 3-piece suit. That's what it's like. It's like someone's not. Tell me what doesn't belong. It's you. Yeah. But the massage was very, very nice. I liked it a lot. The massaging the shoulders and the neck was fine. Then I got down to my feet, and I have mixed feelings about having my foot massaged. It's good, but it's wrong. And I don't know why. I don't quite understand that. I treat my feet like they're breasts for some reason. Like, well, that feels good, but I don't think you should be touching that. That's a feeling that I get with feet. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from. I must have been traumatized by something when I was younger. I'm sure I was traumatized by something, but I don't know what it was. But I like a good massage. It's pretty good. Not too bad. It relaxes me. Then they try to get you back there again. You want to come back again? When do you have any openings? 2 hours? You got 2 hours available? No, I'll come back some other time. I get bored for massages that last more than a half an hour, and I don't know why that is. I guess perhaps I'm not as relaxed as I thought I am, but a half an hour is like, that's enough. Okay, stop it. Stop it. You don't have to dwell on that for too long, you know. All right, yeah, thanks, you know, but it's been a half an hour. Come on. I mean, aren't we done yet? Haven't you done the whole tour? I don't know. I'm not a masseuse. I don't understand the masseuse thing. The last thing that I wanted to talk about today in our final 10 minutes before I start selling you moisturizing cream, which is the basic purpose of this program. I want to talk about the Ancestry thing. There are a few companies that do this Ancestry thing where they will tell you who your ancestors were going way back, and you are inclined to have to believe them. There's Ancestry.com, a wonderful organization. 23andMe, I don't know what that means, but they do the same thing. Basically what happens is you spit on a piece of paper or in a cup, and you send them your spit. And for doing so, they will let you know what your heritage is. Okay. I didn't know that anybody really valued my spit to that extent. Actually, I'm paying them to analyze my spit. A strange concept to begin with. You have to have a lot of faith in the system to do this. So I spit on a thing, and then I sent it to them, and I don't know who opens the envelopes at these Ancestry places, but I wouldn't want that job. We have an opening here at Ancestry.com. And you know, what would I do? You open the envelopes with the spit in it, and then analyze it. Okay, sure. That's like a nurse working in a blood lab. You know, they're asking all the patients to give them urine samples. What's my job going to be? Well, let me tell you. You're going to open up the cup, and that's when the fun begins. Yeah, so anyway, so you spit in a thing, and they send you a response by email, because you can't email them your spit. We haven't become that advanced yet. They email you back, and they say, all right, here's what we've learned from your spit. You're 23% Lithuanian, you're 5% Chinese, you're 20% Italian. Like, what are you talking about? How can I be so different percentages of things? Well, I mean, did I travel a lot? Did my ancestors keep traveling? Were they nomads? I don't understand. So they give you the percentage of the different countries that you were born in, I guess. And then, like years later, they'll send you another email, and they call it the update. And now, you know, we said you were 5% Italian now. You're 8% Italian. Lithuanian, we're down from 20% to maybe 6.5. Well, how did that change? How does that change? The longer you wait, the more different backgrounds you have? What is that? Well, Ron, it's based on how many other people claim their spit to. Now, stop it. Just now you're getting silly. I have learned, it does make sense to me somewhat. I learned that my father's sister's brother's second cousin to 5 removals of cousinship, their great, 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 not so great grandmother was her sister's brother's niece, twice removed and once put back after the sister-in-law's brother's sister had twins, and then they had triplets back to back with their cousins, their first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, no fifth cousin, but you got a sixth cousin, was a candlestick maker. A candlestick maker that far back in my heritage? That explains why I like candles. That explains why when I want to be romantic, I will light a candle to create a romantic atmosphere. That explains it. Your uncle, brothers, sisters, cousins, half-sister, twice removed from her cousin, grandparents of the sister's great-great-grandparents, like spaghetti. That explains it. That's why I like spaghetti too. All right. I'm not taking any phone calls. I'm sorry, I'm not taking phone calls. So I don't believe this ancestry stuff. And whatever they tell you, you must believe. You know? Ron, you're 18% Italian. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yeah, we learned from your spit. Why, was there garlic in it? I mean, what are you talking about? I have to believe them. Ron, you're 18% Italian. I am? So gullible, so gullible. How do you know what are you going to argue with? Can you prove that I'm 18% Italian? Can you prove that you're not? No, I guess I can't. But I do like spaghetti, you're right. I love spaghetti. There you go. There you go. As a gift, I gave somebody, I registered them in what they call the Star Registry. Are you familiar with this? This was about 7, 8, 9 years ago I did this. You get in contact with the Star Registry. It's an online scam thing. And they will name a star after a loved one, and that will be their official, that's their star. Now, there is no official worldwide star registry because people cannot go around naming stars and claiming them because you literally can't stick a flag in it. And how are you going to, what are you going to do? Bob, you're named after the same star as I am. No, that's my star. No, that's my star. I joined the Star Registry and they named that with those coordinates. That's my star. And they send you a certificate in the mail. It looks like a high school diploma. And it says on its Star Registry, and they give the coordinates of this star in the night sky, and the name, and it's named after, of course, the person that you love. And that's on a certificate and the date, and they say this is the official registry of this heavenly body to your loved one. And you put it in a frame, and I have a star named after me. Why, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? No, in the heavens. See that star? Well, you can't see it really because it's so far away, but it's named after me. So if anybody goes to that star, that's my star. Get the hell off my star. No one's going to your star. You have just enrolled in a publicly recognized, lovable scam. You just spent your money on a piece of paper that you put in a frame, and you're all gullible idiots. But see, that's a fun gullible. You know you can't go naming stars after people. Certainly not after you. What did you do to earn that star? Oh, someone paid for it. Oh, come on, cut it out. I'm out of time. I'll be back again soon with a brand new program. You can hear my show. It's every weekday on newenglandbroadcasting.com or just Google ronvandam.com. We're also on some syndicated radio stations. You can go to the Cameo website, and I'll personally greet you for your birthday, whatever. I'm part of that deal too. So fun for everybody. Yay! And register a star after me after you spit in the envelope. Okay? Cool. I wish you peace.